Hi everyone, welcome to the latest edition of the Coach's Corner. I am your host, Wes McKinney, and today in studio we have men and women's head track and field coach here at Concord University, Coach Mike Cox. Coach, good to have you on today.
Pleasure being here, man. Thanks for having me.
Most recently, this past weekend, you guys went to Geneva, Ohio. Very large meet there. Several great performances, both women and men. I want to start with the women. One that stuck out was the women's 4x400 meter relay team, just missing a NCAA provisional qualifying mark. Talk about their performance.
It was super exciting. It's the fastest indoor time we've ever had with school record. But the girls just ran awesome. I mean, Casey led us off and got us in position. Lydia and Demi both had very solid legs, and then Shawnee brought it home in exciting fashion there with a great split, and I don't think we've ever been under 4 minutes. So I mean, we crushed it. So it was real exciting to watch, and just real happy for them. I mean, they've worked really hard, so it was exciting.
Okay, earlier in that same meet at Geneva, Shawnee Cornett running a 2:12 in the 800. What's the likelihood that time will get her into nationals, and then talk about the rest of the season for her?
I mean, I feel like that time is going to get in. The thing is, we're going to run it again here in 2 weeks, or less than 2 weeks now, at our next meet at Virginia Tech, and I feel certain that she's going to run faster there. She just needing competition. Girls that are faster to run with. I mean, she won by over 2.5 seconds. So I think that time's going to get in. But again, like I said, I think we're going to run faster here in a couple weeks. So it's not going to matter. So.
Okay, it's been a shorter indoor season for the team this year than in past seasons. You've had a lot of newcomers really kind of blossom during the indoor season. Just talk about their adjustment to the college level competition and being able to adjust so quickly.
Well, I mean, it speaks a lot about them and the hard work that they're doing, and it's definitely different in being new to a new system and getting used to that new system. But I think everyone has adjusted well. Definitely didn't like how late we came back and how short this indoor season is for a lot of people. But I think that we've made the most of it so far. And again, for the majority of the people, indoor nationals aren't a reality. So I mean, our whole focus is going to be for that May 3rd and 4th at the WVIAC championships, and that's what we're shooting for.
Simple question. Preview the rest of the indoor season for the women.
We'll be at Virginia Tech there next weekend, and then that may be it for a big majority of the women. We may still go to the last chance meet somewhere. There's not a whole lot out there due to conference championships. All the other schools have their indoor championships that weekend. There's only a few meets that we can actually even go to probably, but we will go somewhere. We will take we may run that 4x4 again. Shawnee will probably race again. Still haven't quite decided on that one yet, but so it's kind of drawn to a quick end. Hard to believe that we'll be hitting the outdoor track on spring break here before we know it. Okay,
you mentioned outdoor season. How are they gearing up to kind of transition from the indoor season to the outdoor season of the women? That is.
Really, it's going to be. I feel it's going to be a very smooth transition. Really, simply because of the continuum that we're looking to be on to be ready in May. So I don't foresee it as being really that big of a deal. I mean, it's we're inside and now we're outside, but we're doing the work, we're laying the foundation, and it's just going to keep getting more intense and shorter. The volume's going to keep dwindling. Intensity's going to get higher, and hopefully we'll pull out some great times as well outdoors.
Okay, shifting from the women's team to the men's team, several great performances in Ohio, like the women. Notably, Robbie Peters, Denver Wright, highlighting the meet. Both just missing provisional times. Talk about those two at that meet, and then some other performances that stood out to you.
Yeah, Robbie ran extremely well. I mean, he broke his own school record by over 8 seconds. It was just a shame he didn't have a little bit more help. I really think that he could have hit the time if he'd have had a little bit more, some more guys in there pushing the pace a little bit instead of him having to do all the work. But he ran awesome. I mean, that's when you're running a PR and that close to qualifying. I mean, it's painful in one sense that you didn't hit that time. But again, we're improving. So we're 8 seconds ahead of where we were last year. I feel like we're probably 20 seconds, but it just didn't show that day. But still very exciting. He's going to run the mile at Virginia Tech. may double back the next day, not quite sure yet, but then we may look to do a last chance 5K with him. Denver didn't have a great prelims at Geneva, but he got in the finals. Qualified 10th, ended up finishing 5th. Real close to a provisional there. Then his 2 was, I think he finished 3rd in the 2. Again, really close. He's just right on that bubble. I think again the long break for him and weather. I think that might have played an issue in being really ready to go. So that it's getting kind of crunch time really for everybody. But hopefully we can pop something out here next weekend or the week after. Then my distance guys came in and ran solid 5Ks. I mean, I know it's for some they weren't real happy, but we just got to keep working and knowing where we are. I mean, you yourself had a personal best indoors, which
right.
was great to see. So again, with where we're at and where we got to get to, I mean, yeah, we got a lot of work to do, but when you're running PRs like you did and you're coming close to your PRs, even like Jake was really close to his PR. In reality, he's never ran indoor at all. Cody, they were right there together. I thought Craig came out and ran a good mile coming out of the right out of the box there, his first one. Doss running a personal best in the 800 lifetime best. That's exciting. Mm-hmm. So again, we're getting there. We just got to keep the hammer down. Right now the guys are tired, but that's just where we are right now with in our season. Someone that's maybe flown a little bit under the radar, as much as you can fly under the radar this season, is R.J. Anderson. He still had a phenomenal indoor season. Explain his performances so far. I mean, he was disappointed, I think, with his first outing there at Marietta and his times. He worked extremely hard over Christmas break. Came back and ran some great performances early on there in January, and then had that tweak in his calf there, which he's on the list. He's on the bubble right now in the 60. His time's probably not fast enough right now in the 2 to get in. He's dropped down too far. So we're just hoping that he's healthy enough to give it a go at least one more time, hopefully both times. So practice has been going as good as it can go. It was only a grade 1 strain, but we're just going to keep our fingers crossed and hopefully we can go full speed here in 2 weeks. High jumper Jeff Fertig just missed qualifying for the indoor championships last year. Talk about his season to this point. Again, it was first time out of the blocks. There was at Liberty, where he had a really great attempt at a provisional height. I think he was ready to jump even higher that day. Didn't have quite as good a day up at Geneva, but again, we're going to give it 2 more shots and see what happens. I really think that he's got it in him and he knows it too. So if we just put it all together on the right day. But definitely excited. I mean, he's been Athlete of the Week. Robbie's been Athlete of the Week. RJ's been Athlete of the Week. Denver's been Athlete of the Week. So that's 4 different guys. And then Shawnee's been Athlete of the Week, 4 straight weeks. So, that's great publicity, and it just shows that, good things are happening. Okay, finally, I know it's maybe a little bit hard, but give us some expectations as a team gears up for the outdoor season in actually just about a month. Yeah, I mean, we're looking at that conference qualifiers. And just seeing how many people we can get qualified for conference and then get there and go and see how many people we can place, how many people we can get to be a conference champion. How many people can we get on the provisional list? How many people can we get to nationals? I mean, that's going to be what we're striving to do is, PRs and championships and all that good stuff. All right, Coach, thanks for coming by today. For the latest on Concord Athletics, tune into the website, cumountainlions.com. Once again, for Coach Michael Cox, I am Wes McKinney, and we will talk to you next time.